Hello everybody, so this is Umitencho. Today I am drawing Rio in the white or Inferno armor, Talpa in his armored mode, the Ancient One, Koji, and Yuli Yamano. So I had a very mixed week last week, so school had started last week, and the econ stuff, even though it's online, everything's online, but it's not lectures. It's not like Zoom lectures. It's like you watch some videos, and it's almost self-directed this semester for my econ stuff, which kind of scares me because I'm taking econometrics, and that is like the hardest undergrad econ class you can take. So we'll see how that peers out. And I'm doing like intermediate microeconomics. Another thing is my math class, which is calculus, that I'm taking, Calc 1. They're very intrusive. They put out this sort of week schedule thing where they want you to sort of just give them like your life schedule down to like the half hour. They want to know everything you're doing. I just sent over to them what, my study hours for that particular class. So that's just like very intrusive, but just like what I do aside of turning in the assignments and doing the tests and all that and showing up for the online Zoom class. I think we're using Zoom. Aside from that, it's sort of like none of your business, at that point. So one thing with this drawing that I didn't like, that I really could, well, everybody can help it, but I didn't like how the swords turned out. I need to like do some work on drawing objects. I noticed that my object drawing is like terrible when it comes to blades and stuff. But it could have been, again, one of my bigger issues is I'm really bad at scaling. Like the reference I'm using is full body, but as you can see, I don't get to the lower legs or the feet, and I need to work on my feet because that's one of my weakest points. My weakest point is the feet, legs, and I think the mouth, nose is what I really need to work on. Though I have to say, looking at it now, I really do like how the white armor turned out. One thing I've learned while doing this Ronin Warriors drawing the armors is just how much is involved in drawing armors and whatnot. I really like how that 3D effect at the bottom. I really like how that turned out looking at it now. So I'm doing it in my shading for the armor. So he's, I guess from his perspective, he's turning towards the right. Right. And I think I made his arm a bit too long and one is too short. Like his left, I guess from his perspective, his left arm is a bit too fat. So now we're doing Talpa. I have to say Talpa is, at least in his armor form, he is extra. There's so many different blades to his arsenal. My biggest weakness with this one was the blade itself. I think because, I guess from his perspective, his left, I guess all right, but his left arm for me was a lot of work. I had to redo that many times over. Because when I started to draw the main blade that he had drawn out into his hand, it wasn't matching up. The arm was too short. And of course, because of how bad I am with scaling, the kind of go off the page. It was going off the page. I probably could have made it work some way, work better in some way. But I found out a solution. As you can see, he has all these blades on his back. You can see here. So going back to the school stuff, I also, like I said, also had a crisis occur Friday afternoon where I learned that I've lost all of my financial aid. So I owe the school like about $4,200. I got a deferment on that. So that's due like mid-semester in October. That's been delayed, but then I got this rental. I signed a new lease and everything, but I have like less than $2, like probably less than $1 at this point in my bank account, and there's like there's nothing coming there. Less than $2 in my account. As you can see here, I am just struggling with this arm, but I got to work. I got less than $2 in my account, and I owe, I pretty much owe $2,000 from back owage, and the September rent coming. So that, well, technically already came, but it'll be the first tomorrow, so they pretty much already processed it. Looking back, I really like how it did the lower half of his body. Though it was a bit not as lined up as I wanted it to be. It looks like he got cut in half, which I been doing the arm a little bit. Here's some shading. I really like, I mean, it's more like coloring him, but I feel like the shading really makes the drawing pop. Because you just look at the lines, just like, I don't see how some of this come together, and then you just sort of just shade and color in. It's like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. But yeah, so I'm basically, I got $6,000-7,000 of debt that I need to be paid. That need to be paid. Basically $2,100 to be paid by Thursday, and I got an additional like $4,100 that needs to be paid by like first week of October. I want to say October 9th. It's either October 9th or October 20th. I have to look at the dates. But you know, so yeah, me and the financial aid department has pretty much had a falling out. I don't know what it is. It's just this particular gentleman just doesn't like me or something like that. We've always had issues with each other, and he's called me things like privileged and all this other stuff. And I don't get his deal. So I just, after being falsely led into signing this new lease, I just kind of just bowed out. Here is my ancient one. I really like this one. They made this ancient one that I did. This is my favorite one so far. Oh yeah. I think it's because it's not as involved. This is probably like the first time in a long while that I've drawn a character that doesn't have an armor, or is with a non-armored pose. He does have an armor, but that's like, I'm doing it like the last week, the last Ronin Warriors drawing, which is like probably won't be done until October. But yeah, so now I gotta figure out what to do. So I've already been rejected by the city for help. I obviously got rejection from school for help, and my parents can help with my own father lying to me as well about helping me. We're not speaking to each other, so that's the only problem. But that's just life, you know. Why it frustrates me when people assume this and that about me, and it's like, you don't know half the stuff I go through. I don't try to assume half the stuff you go through, but here we are with the judgments. I try to warn the schools, like, look, what's happening here is going to, I told them last year summer, I said, this is going to have repercussions. This is what you're doing with my financial aid. I don't go into too much detail about, but what you're doing with it, my financial aid, it's going to cause financial repercussions that, unforeseen financial aid repercussions. And we're a year and a month out, and to the day when I warned them, and and here we are. I warned them in the summer, I warned them in January. It's just like people don't listen to what I have to say, and then when I say comes true, then they got their hands up about, oh, you didn't say nothing. I did say something. I flagged you down twice. And here we are. And you come at me with the judgment and all that stuff, but you as an organization, you kept ignoring my warnings many times. But I really like the shading, because his face 100% depends on at least I say 80%, because I do some lines. But I really like how the shading comes out. So yeah, I got a crisis going on right now. It's gonna resolve one way or another, Thursday or Friday, regardless of what I do. So yeah, that happens. Here I am, darker than some lines. I really like how that turned. Oh yeah, 110%. I like how that turned out. Here is my ancient one. Here's some Mia. I really don't like, I think because this is also like the first time in a long time me doing the anime style eyes, I kind of messed the eyes up. Like from my perspective, the right eye is like the pupil is too big compared to the left pupil. But you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. I also made another mistake, which you'll see later on, where I just messed up the shading on the hair. As you'll see soon enough. She has a very, drawing wise, she's more curves and whatnot. I think I'll have an easier time with curves than I have with, I don't know, straight lines or whatnot. Maybe I should start incorporating like a ruler or something into my drawings, so I have an easier time accomplishing these straight lines. But then again, considering how mouths are drawn, that made me a bit of a misnomer. And I'm better with curved lines. Now I'm doing the first part of the shading here. And I think with this character, this is proof that you can do a bit too much. Oh boy, I don't like how I did that shit. And the shading that. Yeah. Well, it is what it is with that. I am trying to add in the hairline, which I had noticed late that she had did hairlines within the reference photo. Shading for the face, the ear, on the clothes. Should be doing some. Yep, I'm doing this smudging, and this is where I start to mess things up. Towards the end, darkening the line, of course. I don't know why I decided to darken the line when I need to shade the hair. And what it is in the reference photo is she has brown hair, but from our perspective, the left side is lighter than the right side, and the contrast is too strong. You'll see. I should have stopped here. You know, after I finished this smudging, I should have stopped here for the hair. It would have been good enough. Right there would have been good enough. Then I go in and I do this. And it reminds me of a character named Tiara from the New Gate. Yeah, I kind of think they have very similar faces. Oh, there's my Koji. Next here is my Yuli Yamano. I did better with the eye, though one eye is smaller than the other. I don't mind that because from the perspective he's turned in a certain way where, you know, obviously the left, from our perspective, the left side would be bigger than the right. Another issue, you know, what I found upon looking at the reference photo, I probably should have chosen a different one, but it's very dark. And I guess because of the quality, you know, because it's not a popular show, so there's not that many reference photos online. So you get what you can find. This was the best one I could find. Adding in the strap for his backpack. For some reason I expected his hair to be more wild. Maybe it is more wild. Once I get back to rewatching the show, I'll see if his hairstyle changes or not. But this is the one I went with. I feel like I did better with the shading. At least on the hair, at least. Now that little cutoff symbol, his shirt is red in the reference photo, and then under it is yellow. I don't know if it's like a D or what. It didn't show fully even in the reference photo. Shading on the face and then smudge it out. Make it look like shadow as opposed to like a burn mark or a birthmark or something like that. And then I go through and I shade this and darken the lines, of course, with some shading. I think I remember I needed to do the from my perspective, the left ear. And I shaded out and then I smudged the backpack. That is my Yuli Yamano. So I want to thank everybody that came by today. If you like what you saw, subscribe to this channel. If you want to see my gaming stuff, subscribe to my Umitencho channel. That's my team.